Welcome all race fans here for the Hardee's National Series round of Iowa, race number 4 of the season, and afterwards we only have one more race left before we utilize the 2021 Owners Points. Top 30 will be in regardless if you're full-time or part-time, and for a lot of these drivers, this is a huge game changer. With other entries not entering ahead of them, this is a golden opportunity to take. Porkins will lead the field down for the green flag as we're underway here for 113 laps of short track action. And already into turn number 3, they're gonna go. Jack Porkins will lead the way, and you see Sean Angel all over the rear bumper, putting the pressure down already on the opening lap. And Porkins will lead the way. We'll get that bonus point in hand, but Sean Angel, though, looking to try and intimidate that 41. He washes up the hill, and here comes Sean Angel down to the inside groove. And he's got the preferred line into turn number 3. Big send into the corner, and Sean Angel, just like that, is going to take the lead away from Jack Porkins as he's going to lead lap number 2. And there you see Fiegel in 3rd, Bishop Jr. in 4th, but he's going to shove the 43 car up the racetrack. And Bradley Bishop Jr., the Las Vegas winner, looking to get some more action in that Mopar machine. And Bradley Bishop Jr. looking like one of the big favorites into this championship hunt. You see Gatlin Downing making his first start this season in that number 02 car. Remember, he will be running select races in that Credit One big Supra. Cole Baker not too far behind, running in the 6th position. Noah Hart trying to now take away 8th from Hannah Allen, or really taking 7th away from Hannah Allen, as you see Gatlin Downing diving down the bottom of the racetrack. And that inside groove seems to be the way to go here at this racetrack. And so far, we're starting to see a lot of overtakes early on, and when everybody's bunched up, this is really your prime time to really take advantage and do the best you can. And that's really a general synopsis with a lot of racing in general. If you're bunched up together, you gotta get aggressive early on. And Jack Porkins now making a move down the inside, looking to respond back for the race lead on Sean Angel's number 44. And Bradley Bishop Jr. just sits in the shadows watching the two of them spar each other out into turn number 1 and 2. And you see the car just roll off the center, and exit speed the priority here at Iowa. And Jack Porkins will reclaim the race lead off of turn number 3 and 4. And you see Angel is going to be patient there, and you see, Hannah Allen and Tim Fiegel leaning on each other off of turn number 4 as the IK9 machine looking to get some forward momentum here. Cole Baker, another driver, looking to try and climb up, but Hannah Allen, that car really stuck down to the bottom of the racetrack as she gets around Cole Baker with ease. Right behind him, you see Corey Williams in the 14. There's Scott Roush in the 3, running in 12th. Julio Caesar marching his way forwards, as well as Jake West in the number 16. The 2018 Hardee's National Series champion has had a rocky career, and Caesar all over the back end of Scott Roush's number 3 car. Jack Halleck has also had a few races to forget in that number 74 car, as he's really just had mechanical issues plague this machine, and really the Hydra organization really need to catch a break as Hannah Allen continuing to get on the move here. She gets around Gatlin Downing, no effort there, but up front, though, you see it's Jack Porkins leading the way, the pole sitter, looking to get some bonus points here and maybe to try and lead the most laps and maybe even more in terms of the championship hunt. But the battle for second heating up here. Bradley Bishop Jr., Sean Angel, Hannah Allen, and Bradley Bishop Jr. is just going to get the run into the corner. Sean Angel just stuck on the top groove, but they have caught Jack Porkins here. Porkins not really able to run away, but Sean Angel dropping 2 spots just like that. But we're expecting to see a lot of drivers get better in the long run, and maybe some in really struggling in the short run. Porkins getting pressured by BBJ, and Bradley Bishop Jr. all over the back bumper, loses him off of turn 4. And here he goes for the race lead. Hannah Allen gonna file in line. Sean Angel gonna do the exact same. And just like that, it's gonna be a freight train around Jack Porkins' TikTok machine. Jack Halleck, another driver on the move here, looking to get into the top 5, trying to get past his teammate of Cole Baker. And that 74 car, they really got to step it up. They don't want to be outside the top 30 in owners. And right now, with how they're running, this is a really good stepping stone for this team. They've had very fast cars, but they just have had the mechanical gremlins that really hold them back. But now Hannah Allen looking to make a move down the bottom of the racetrack, and Bradley Bishop Jr. trying to chop her off. But here goes the 17 down the inside. She's got a run off of turn 4. And down the front stretch, they're going to go side by side into the first corner. Hannah Allen clings it down the bottom, hugs that yellow line in the center of the corner, and just like that, Hannah Allen's going to lead here at Iowa, and Sean Angel's going to try and take third away from Jack Porkins in the 41, and right behind him, you see Jake West continue to climb forwards. He's climbing into the top 10, and what a momentum change for the Joseph Strigley Racing organization. They really need runs like this, and Logan Cloud, though not running the best at the moment, he has had some also pretty good runs. Strigley, oh man, Jacob Hart's pressuring all over the striker machine as Joseph Strigley a little bit out of shape off the corner. Brandon Cresta, one of those drivers, started way far back already, climbing near the top 20, and he's actually going to be in 20th right now. So Brandon Cresta, one driver to look out for. Kev Shear, another driver. They're all trying to really march themselves upwards in this pack. They've really struggled in qualifying right now, but at the moment they're starting to catch more drivers to and fro, and they might be saving their stuff as well. So still plenty of racing left, but you see a little bit back here, there's Ryan Reed. He started 9th on the grid, but he's fallen way back, almost outside the top 30. Shade Eves, Edward Ziemba, Cody Goforth started pretty far back. Logan Cloud, Daniel Day, there's On Jack, Blake Warren, Austin Miller, and many others. So a lot of these drivers hoping for some quick yellows here and maybe to go their way and to really get some forward momentum there. But otherwise, though, Jack Halleck getting around Sean Angel. That is for the 4th position. And Halleck continuing to get on a move. He is on a mission right now and all over the back of Jack Porkins' TikTok machine. And seeing if he can get anything off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch. It looks like Jack Halleck's going to dive it into the corner. Porkins up top gives him plenty of space, and Halleck, just really a lot of respect between these drivers here, and Jack Porkins just going to let him go into turn number 3, and Sean Angel's just going to try and take advantage, but Jack Halleck now up to the 3rd position. Jake West has cracked the top 10, but here comes Blaze McKinney down to the inside of the racetrack, and Diego Yep is going to follow in line, and really it's just the inside line, a procession to say the least, and Jake West really going to lose out here to 2 spots, and Blaze McKinney's had some very good speed as of late, had really good speed at Las Vegas. The Roush family team stepped it up, and right now this 90 car looking pretty good on the racetrack, as Yep is though trying to get into the top 10. At least he also hadn't qualified too well in that 77 car, but he started to make an impact in that Exide Batteries machine. And you see there Gatlin Downing quietly running in the 9th spot, and Diego Yep is able to get the car off the corner really well off of turn 2, and look at the run. He's going to get down the backstretch into 3, and Downey, going to cut him off a little bit there, and Yepes has to check up, and that's going to give a little bit of breathing space for that Credit 1 car, but Gatlin Downey, again, as we noted, making select starts in this 02 car and certainly making the most out of it, but his car not looking too good in this run because some drivers are starting to come to life in this race. Jack Porkins, though, getting caught by Cole Baker and Sean Angel, and those two, really the 41 and the 44, they've really been close together ever since the drop of that green flag, but right now the battle for 4th really heating up, but Hannah Allen, though, on her own little island a little bit, that is, and Bradley Bishop Jr. sitting in 2nd, Jack Halleck in that 3rd spot, but right behind him, though, it's a cluster for the top 5 positions here for 4th and 5th. Cole Baker trying to get around Sean Angel. Noah Hart made it 3 wide for a brief moment, but knew better and backed off of it. And it really comes to show the experience that 12 car has, and really that team in general. And really ever since Noah Hart stepped into that Fisher organization, they've really just turned a complete 180. They were midfield cars, but now they're starting to really become a lot more competitive in this championship hunt. But Cole Baker just, checking up a little bit off of 4 and into turn number 1. Is going to allow Noah Hart to swing down to the inside. Baker made a mistake, and RJ Bishop, the rookie, also going to try and follow in line. And RJ Bishop having a pretty quiet run, has had some great runs here and there, but also just hasn't had the luck either, and the fortune in that number 71 car. Diego Yepes, though, teammate not too far behind, as we noted, and Blaze McKinney cracking into the top 10 in that 90 car. You see back here, there's Amanda Evans, there is Carter Friesen, Goss, Gross, Warren Smith, and others. They haven't really had the best of cars, and they probably missed the setup completely. Aiden Shepard not running too well either in the 86 car. He's running inside the top 25 as they're trying to get around William Brock. Points leader Bobo Jones also struggling on the racetrack, running in the 24th position, and that might be 23rd now because he got past William Brock. Zachary DeLello is also falling off a cliff. in that one car running in 22nd. Tim Fiegel, another driver that was up front for a few moments, but has also faded into the background here. But the CM cars continuing to climb forwards here as Brandon Cresta looking to make a move for the top 15 position on Kev Shear's number 0. And the teammates going at it here. Corey Williams is following right behind, but still plenty of racing left here at Iowa. But right now, though, it's gotten a lot calmer and drivers are starting to get into a lot more rhythmic fashion. Halleck has caught the 45 car and look at the run. He's going to get off of turn number 4. And Jack Halleck, huge momentum off the corner and into turn number 1, going to utilize the most to his power. And Jack Halleck now side by side with BBJ, and just right in front of those two is Hannah Allen. And Allen not really able to run into the sunset here in that number 17 car. She's had a very good car, but she hasn't really been able to run away from Halleck and BBJ. But with these two battling it out, it's really going to be in her favor, as Halleck's just going to have the right away into turn number 2, and off of 2 goes Jack Halleck, and he is now up to second. Bradley Bishop Jr. gonna file in behind for third, but this 74 car looking like a very good long run car right now, and we're getting closer and closer, just only a handful of laps before we get to pit stops, so they expect to pit around lap 50 or so, maybe a little bit earlier depending on what the strategy calls are. But right now, though, Jack Halleck for Hydra looking for a great run, and hopefully where the mechanical gremlins don't strike for this Jiffy Lube machine. Noah Hart, though, on the move here for the 4th spot. And Noah Hart's car also coming alive here. He's saved his stuff, and now he's gotten around Jack Porkins for the 4th position. Sean Angel now looking for 5th. RJ Bishop not too far behind. Diego Yepes, Baker, and McKinney are also closing in all together as well. We've got a big group of cars from 4th on back going out of here. This is all from 4th through 10th, so we've got ourselves a show in our hands. And right now, though, you see Blaze McKinney trying to make a move down the bottom, maybe a little bit opportunistic or optimistic to say the least on Cole Baker. Ooh, got towards the quarter panel and loosened him up off of turn 2, and Blaze McKinney gonna have the advantage into turn number 3. And that Mav TV car looking like one of the few cars looking great in this long run as well, but just couldn't really get the momentum off the corner. Baker able to really play defensive in that Taco Bell machine, but Blaze McKinney gonna go for attempt number 2 down to the inside, and here he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. And really, these two teams have had beef with each other, a lot of trash talk between the Roush family team and the Hydra team, and a lot of teams have really been not too happy with the Hydra organization. They really come off, I think, the wrong way. And the confidence can be one thing, but cockiness could be another. With Blaze McKinney getting around that 84 car for the 9th position. Jake West right behind him outside the top 10, running in 11th. Just got past Gatlin Downey's number 02 and Joseph Strigley, who's been really quiet all day, and this striker machine has not really had the most flashiest of days, but even so, a 13th place run at the moment is not too bad considering their pace. But now he's trying to close in on Gatlin Downey, Brandon Cresta, and not too far behind in the A car, but right now they're just pretty much single file waiting to make a move and hoping that drivers make a mistake. Bobo Jones trying to make a move underneath Tim Fiegel's number 43 car, but not able to get the momentum off the corner. You see Aiden Shepard on the top side, Cody Goforth down the bottom, and this is all for what I believe is the 21st spot, and Fiegel's gonna have the run into turn number 1. Bobo Jones gonna try and send it, but just that car just not handling too well. The JBL machine really struggling. And for all the other championship contenders, and even though this is race 4, you still got to make the most out of it. This is a good opportunity to really capitalize and gain a load of points on that number 9 car. Hannah Allen now trying to weave through some lap traffic. The two flip side cars not really having the speed they wanted, and despite Friesen being second fastest, they really lack the race pace in that Skull Candy machine. And they're getting closer and closer to that pit window. And Hannah Allen, though, trying to extend the gap, but lap traffic really hindering her progress as here she goes down pit road, and we're going to have ourselves some green flag pit stops here in Iowa. Hannah Allen going to be one of the first few to bring him down, and that IK9 machine has been one of the quickest cars for a reason. Let's see who's got the fastest car, and Hannah Allen's clocked in the fastest lap time, and Diego Yepes not too far behind, only a 10th off or so, but Bradley Bishop Jr. making a move for the lead, but instead he goes down pit road, so this might help him a little bit, but with Will Goss right in front of him, that might hurt him a little bit here in that 45, and maybe the time allotted won't be in his favor, but let's see again. Really, it's up to the pit crews to really capitalize and make the most out of their stops. Jack Halleck, though, staying out on the racetrack. Noah Hart also going to do the same. You see Amanda Evans coming down pit road. Here comes Bishop. Here comes Porkins. Here comes Yepes. The trio of cars all kind of clumped together coming down pit road to get their green flag pit stop. There's Jake West. Joseph Strigley is staying out on the track. I think a few of them are hoping for a caution to come out onto the racing surface, and Jack Halleck now coming in this time around, going to stay up for a couple laps, maybe trying to reward himself with better tires. And there's Sean Angel coming out of his stall and onto the racing surface, and now Jack Halleck coming down pit road. Hart, there's McKinney, Strigley, Williams, and there you see Tip Buster staying out on the track. Aiden Shepard, William Brock, Blake Warren. Let's see who else is going to stay out. There's Hannah Allen coming out onto the track. Let's see what hot lap she can get. They're going to be a 22.001, so not going to be the quickest lap times, but I think she should be able to easily get past. Oh, there's Bradley Bishop Jr., so that already answered my question. So Hannah Allen's going to cycle off as the race leader, but Bradley Bishop Jr. going to be in second for the time being. Let's see. There's Porkins coming out, going to be right in front of Cole Baker, really close for comfort there. As now Cole Baker going to have the momentum off of 4. Remember, he's on fresher tires or on warmer tires than Jack Porkins. There is Blaze McKinney coming out of his stall. There is Noah Hart. So Carter Friesen coming out as well. Cole Baker. They get past Hart with ease, and contact made, and hard into the wall goes Noah Hart. What a vicious shot in the safer barrier, and the caution's gonna fly, and that was contact with Jack Porkins. The two of them tangled, and a vicious lick into the turn 3 wall, and that's gonna screw everything up. And no, Tip Foster just ran into the back end of that number 41 car, but heavy damage for the pole center, and out of the race goes Noah Hart. And with that, just like that, out of the race goes 2 good performing race cars here at Iowa. Tough breaks for those 2 drivers, and Kev coming down pit road. They're gonna try and top off on gas, but Hannah Allen's gonna cycle off as the leader. But we're gonna take a look to see the replay, the crash with Hart and Porkins. You see Noah Hart coming out of his stall and onto the racing surface, and Jack Porkins, I think, just tried to arc it in, but I think he just miscalculated. And then hard lick into the wall goes Noah Hart, and he just basically hooked him into the retaining wall. But what a shot for Noah Hart. He had a very good long run car, but not going to be the story here tonight. And Jack Porkins, who was the pole sitter looking to get a top 10 run, was not the quickest car on the track. Also not going to have the most pleasant of days, and certainly going to be a lot of angry drivers after this one. But for a lot of others, this is a great opportunity to capitalize and to get free spots on the grid once we get towards the green flag once again. Hannah Allen going to lead the way here. BBJ second, Halleck third, RJ Bishop 4th, and Baker your top 5 here. But let's see what these drivers can do and pounce upon this restart as the green flag waves once again, the crowd on their feet. But Hannah Allen now going to have to withstand the pressure from the Dodges and all the other Fords right behind them. It's a cluster of Fords not too far behind them. The Fords really trying to step up their game. Hydra looking pretty good so far, but Hannah Allen, though, having to deal with Will Goss and Friesen. These guys have the right to go at it to try and get back on the lead lap. But you see there off of turn number 4, they're gonna go and down the front stretch. Ooh, Ryan Reed a little bit out of shape there, but able to hold on with Bradley Bishop Jr., though, stuck behind lap traffic. He's getting boxed in. And Jack Halleck, though, he's gonna try and take advantage here to see if he can get around the number 45 car of BBJ. And Jack Halleck, though, gonna try and take second away. RJ Bishop now clear of some of the lap traffic. Now gonna dive down the inside. Amanda Evans, though, really blocking Cole Baker's passage in turns the bottom groove. And 3 wide there. Caution's gonna fly the track, and Peter Ronjak's car's demolished. Patrick Smith's in it, as well as Jarrett Gross. So a big crash into turn number 1. Heavy damage for the 6 car. And a vicious shot there. Patrick Smith's car's pretty much destroyed. Jarrett Gross, an innocent bystander as well, but that's gonna jam the field up. And will we see people come down pit road? And that was just shortly after a restart. And could this really be a sign of just drivers getting way too aggressive early on, or just trying to make the most out of it, but just pushing the limit a bit too far? But Sean Angel, though, gonna bring his car down pit road. They're gonna try and top off, looks like, so they might be playing a strategy game here, as that 44 car is going to bring it down pit road, but a big crash there in the back half of the field. But for Hannah Allen, they're going to have to bunch themselves up once again. So this was all in the back half of the field. They went 4 wide off of turn number 4, and you can tell they all squeezed each other, bouncing off one another, and Kev Shear gets into the back of Peter Onjak, and Onjak trying to save it, loses traction in the grass, and then, oh, what a shot into the inside wall. He's gonna go. And then from there on, he's just trying to hold on for his dear life, and then, oh, this is not gonna be good. It's not gonna be pretty, and oh man, ran into Patrick Smith. Jarrett Gross gets clipped as well, and then a big hit into the outside wall, and lifting the 54 car off the ground. In the process went Jarrett Gross, but a vicious hit for Peter Onjak knocks him out of the race. Patrick Smith's day looks to be done as well, and Porkins now vibing on by in the TikTok car. Well, you could probably make a TikTok out of that crash, but more or less, well, his race is basically done as well. But what a shot for Peter Onjak. Riding on board here with Kev Shear, and you're just going to see all of these drivers go 4 wide. He tries to split through the bottom of the racetrack. They all just run out of space, run into each other. There's Onjak going through the grass, and from here on it's just hell. And oh man, you see, ooh, what an angle. And Onjak's car went so far up, went so quick. And just like that, that's a lot of destroyed race cars in the process. Cal Farrow reporting he had a loose wheel in that 2 car. He brought it down pit road, but a double whammy for the Red Bull organization. Not really what they wanted to see. But for Hannah Allen and the others, well, they're going to have to bunch them up once again. And so far, cautions breed cautions. And ever since that Porkins and Hart wreck occurred, we've just had a chain of crashes so far. Really, now we've just got 2 cautions because of that. And overall now because of what happened, more or less. But Hannah Allen leads the way, BBJ second, Halleck third, Bishop fourth, and then you have Cole Baker in your top 5 once again. Green flag in the air, and for all the lap cars down at the bottom of the racetrack, this is a prime opportunity once again to try and capitalize. And Goss leaning all over Carter Friesen off of turn number 2, and down the backstretch. Carter's gonna try and get the lap back. Hannah Allen though gonna sail it into the corner, BBJ right behind. But looks like Hannah Allen just gonna get the momentum shifting in her favor off of turn number 4. And you see Diego Yepes getting shuffled out of line on the outside groove. It's just a train of cars down the inside, and Brandon Cresta got moved out of the way by Blaze McKinney. And here they go down the backstretch. Blaze McKinney looking to get forwards into this race. Joseph Strigley's come out of nowhere. He's trying to make it 3 wide underneath, trying to use the lap car as a pick. And there's RJ Bishop trying to make the most out of it as well. But Hannah Allen, though, still leading the way. Jack Halleck stuck in the middle. This is a precarious situation for this 74 car. Gatlin Downey trying to push his teammate in that 22. And ooh, Joseph Strigley looking to make it 4 wide. And ooh, contact made as RJ Bishop and Halleck hold on to it. But there you see Jake West trying to get into the top 10 as well in that number 16 car. Ross Jackson not too far behind, also trying to capitalize here with Cody Goforth in company right behind in that number 7 car. And a lot of drivers that didn't really fare too well in the first half are starting to make an impact in this race. And you see Jake West falling a little bit backwards here. Blaze McKinney moving forwards, one of the few drivers on the upswing here in that 90 car, looking to get around Diego Yepes. And Jack Halleck falling backwards in that number 74 car as Cole Baker gets around him, and the battle for the lead is on. Hannah Allen just lost it to BBJ, and a great lead change there. And this is what this 45 team needs. They need to clock in some wins if they want to have a fair shot at this hunt. And Hannah Allen's gonna have to fall back in second. RJ Bishop, great run in third, while Joseph Strigley's trying to defend from his teammate of Gatlin Downey for the 4th position. But Cole Baker down the inside, there is Jack Halleck, as we noted. Jake West, though, also trying to get past Ross Jackson. He's just clinging outside the top 10. Corey Williams has been quiet all day long. Diego Yepes now getting around Blaze McKinney. Cody Goforth now trying to crack into the top 10 in that number 7 car. And so far, so good for this KFC machine. And Cody Goforth could be one to look out for in this race to get a solid point stay. But as of right now, though, the field getting themselves calmed down. But the battle up front, though, starting to get a little bit more feisty. Strigley down the inside of Allen, and now looking to get on the inside of RJ Bishop. Strigley is on a mission here, and now he's trying to utilize this short run speed they've had. Hannah Allen, though, getting pressured by Gatlin Downey. The Fisher car starting to come to life after Noah Hart's misfortunes. The other two drivers are now capitalizing and making the most out of it. Caution is out once again, and now they're going to be racing it back down towards the line. Strickly down the bottom, RJ up top, going to lose out, but RJ's going to get the run off of turn 4. A side-by-side battle for the second spot, and he's going to be able to hold on to it there, but smoke in turn 1 once again. It's Julio Caesar's car in shambles here, and not really what this 28 team really need. And oh, he's trying to find a way to go. They're all stacking up right behind him. Oh, don't run over each other, folks. And oh, they just did, so that's unfortunate here. That's some traffic jams, to say the least. And Roush has now got some front end damage. Day's got some front end damage, but we get to see how much that affects the aerodynamics of those cars. But Jake West's car is destroyed, and we saw his car run inside the top 10 throughout a grand majority of the race, and really top 15 to say the least. But no, that's not going to be the case here tonight. A destroyed Joseph Strigley racing car, and really what could have been a promising run for the champion, the former champion, is going to end up in smoke as well. So here's what happened with Jake West. It looks like Ross Jackson just clipped the quarter panel of Carter Friesen and then bounced into Tim Fiegel. And then just from here on out, it's just going to be a big lick into the inside wall, very similar to the on-jack wreck. And oh, big shot, losing the traction in the grass, and then just right into the path of Tim Fiegel, knocks him out into Carter Friesen. Ross Jackson, no place to go. Julio Caesar, an innocent bystander of the carnage, but big shots all around in this 16 car. They were running inside the top 15, but that's not going to be the scenario here. But what a big shot to the inside barrier. But Peter Onjak, with his wreck, he climbed out of his car okay. West also the same as well, but those were some vicious shots into the barrier and onto the racing surface, and a lot of good race cars also knocked out this one as well. William Brock's gonna have the best case scenario here, and just like that, he accumulated a ton of spots in a very close call, and you're gonna see how close it was. Ooh, man, that's just how close he got into that wreck. He was margins away from getting involved, and that could have been disastrous for this 88 team. They really just tried to want to keep the car in one piece, and right now, that's the case so far. And again, cautions are breeding cautions here. Perhaps this 88 team could capitalize more and more to try and climb themselves back into what was a big gash in the owner's points. Here's how Bradley Bishop Jr. took the lead when we didn't really see the footage at first, but Bishop Jr. had a run here. This was on lap number 67 to 68, and you can just see how well and how strong that Mopar machine was off of turn 2 and down the backstretch, and just sends it into turn number 3, and by then he was just set sail. And Bradley Bishop Jr. looking for 2 wins in a row here, and he's one of the winningest drivers for a reason here in the Hardee's National Series, and right now he's in a great spot to try and do so as well. How about a couple Bishops bundled up together? BBJ in first and Bradley Bishop, or really RJ Bishop, excuse me, in second. So those two running very well. Strigley in third, and you got Downey fourth and Allen in fifth. That rounds your top 5. Pace car is off. Turn number 4, and BBJ is going to lead Gatlin Downey. Horrible start from the 0-2, and he's going to bring it down the apron. So I think he's got a mech issue on that Credit One bank machine, and for a driver that was running inside the top 10 throughout a majority of this race and was looking to be in a great spot to maybe contend for this win, the 0-2 car is going to be sidelined for the rest of the event. And just like that, Downey's hopes and dreams of a great run end up down on the apron. And here goes Joseph Strigley all over the back bumper of RJ Bishop, gonna bump him out of the way into turn number 1. Strigley getting really aggressive in the corner, and to see if he can get anything off of turn number 2, and BBJ is going to have to play on the defensive here. Strigley down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to take the lead, and oh man, what an exit from the 22 car. And Joseph Strigley hungry for that first win. RJ Bishop also in the very same situation, and now it's Joseph Strigley leading the way here at Iowa, and right behind them though, BBJ getting hounded by RJ Bishop here, as here he goes down for the second spot. Side by side for the runner-up position, and BBJ's gonna lead across the line, but here they go into turn number 1. RJ rolls it down in the center, is gonna be able to do so properly, and just like that, RJ's up to second once again. Corey Williams, another driver on the move here. Kyle Farrell into the top 10, running in 5th right now. So great effort for the Red Bull team. This is just what they want to see. There's Brandon Cresta. He's had quite an adventure. And we've got a crash down the front stretch. It looks to be Daniel Day in the 42 car, as he has spun it down the front stretch, bringing out a caution once again. And Joseph Srigley, though, back in the lead. But here goes BBJ for second. RJ gonna try and do a crossover off of 4, but oh, just not able to. And Bradley Bishop Jr. is going to reclaim the second spot, but Hannah Allen in 4th, and Cal Farrell, great opportunity here. Could this be the time Red Bull strikes gold? Because so far, they're looking very good on the radar. Could be one to sleep on, but oh, he's bringing it down pit road, so I think, oh, he's got another issue though. But right as they were running good, Ziema's coming down. I think they're actually trying to top off on fuel, maybe trying to get fresh tires, so I thought they were having another mech issue, but they're actually going to try and come in for some tires here, some fresh Goodyear tires. But another caution on the racetrack, and it involved Daniel Day's number 42 car, and let's see what happened. They were once again trying to go 4 wide off of 4, and Will Goss got in the back of Tim Fiegel, and just everybody's so bunched up together, there's little room for error, and this is one of the end results if there is an error. And Daniel Day gets clipped into the outside wall, and big hit for the 42 car. Not too shabby though, but not as like a career ender for this race for this 42 team, but they've got quite an adventure to forget, and not going to be too happy here. The temper's kind of overflowing here. Drivers are starting to get more and more desperate, and we're starting to see that more and more often. You see BBJ passing RJ off of turn 2 and into turn number 3, and for Joseph Srigley though, he's going to have to hold these guys off, and this is his first time leading here tonight. And now he's going to have to be aggressive to try and block every lane possible if he wants to hold on for his potential first career win. What a series of events here at Iowa. We have so many different leaders, and Joseph Srigley, the latest one in the 22. A bad run at Vegas, but a good run here could really change his aspirations right now and his confidence levels. And here we go for the green flag. Srigley off and away. BBJ spun the tires that time around, and with only a handful of laps to go, this is now crunch time. Will Goss all over the back bumper of his teammate, almost wrecked him. Off of turn number 2, Corey Williams dives down to the inside, gonna be one of the first, but Brandon Cresta shuffles him out of the groove, and here goes the 8 down to the inside. Joseph Srigley though, exposing the lap traffic well, but PBJ now struggling to get around Amanda Evans' number 65 car. RJ Bishop though just sitting right behind this Mopar machine, the AFRT team. Really, this team really just looking so consistent so far in this race. And right now, Hannah out of the top group. Corey Williams gonna follow in line. Brandon Cresta boxed in on the bottom, with Cole Baker all over the back bumper of that Flex Seal machine. Scott Roush, despite the damaged front end, is running an extremely good race for what he's got, running in the 9th position and make that 8th just because he got around Diego Yepes in that 77 car. Jack Halleck with a top 5 car in the first half has faded a little bit to the top 10, but even so, a grand run for the Jiffy Lube machine. They certainly just need a good run at this rate, but Hannah Allen though getting challenged by Corey Williams. Amanda Evans gets out of the way, and that's going to allow Corey Williams to utilize the outside groove. He's going to try and experiment on the top side here. And now on the outside, he's going to go Hannah Allen on the bottom. A little bit of a checkup off of 4, and Corey Williams is going to take the 4th spot away, and now he's going to try and chase down RJ Bishop and the leaders. Joseph Srigley though running away half a second over this number 45 car, and Bradley Bishop Jr. looking for 2 wins in a row, and they're always so aggressive and hungry to get those W's. And Bobo Jones trying to crack into the top 10 in that number 9 car, and he's just outside of it, just on the outskirts. But Zachary DeLello's gonna make a move down the inside, and he's gonna try and take 11th away, and Zachary DeLello faded in this first half, but they've made the right adjustments in the right track position, and here they are now just in the 11th spot, looking for more in that 1 car. But now Brandon Cresta disposing of that number 8, or really not the number 8, but the number 65, so he's not going to dispose himself. But Brandon Cresta has had, again, one heck of an adventure in that Flex Seal machine, one of the biggest movers in this race. Scott Roush, though, holding on for dear life. It's, ooh man, Diego Yepes and Jack Halleck going at it here as Zachary DeLello made a desperate dive and scared Halleck for a little bit there, but that's actually going to allow the 74 to make a move down to the bottom of the racetrack. And Jack Halleck now trying to take 9th away. Roush blocking for 8th. But back up front, though, you see Corey Williams all over the back bumper of that number 71. RJ's car kind of fading a little bit here, not able to really grasp the leaders as much, and he might gain a little bit this time around, but no, he lost some time, and Corey Williams a bump down to the inside. He's gonna go, and Corey Williams, his car has come to life at the best time possible, and now he is up to the 3rd position. The 5-hour energy machine has come to life, and let's see the lap times. 21.8, 21.7, and a 21.5. So Corey Williams, his car, they might have made this car great in the short run. And now this 14 car on a mission. And right behind him, Roush getting passed by Halleck. Sean Angel, though, trying to take advantage to get past Zachary DeLello in the 1 car, but not able to really do anything. Just gets blocked down the bottom. Bobo Jones trying to have another consistent effort in that 9 car, but even so, he's going to lose a lot of ground to Strigley and some of the others in front of him in points. With Porkins struggling, others, they're going to also drop forwards down, or drop backwards down in the point standings here. Excuse me on that. But Corey Williams is right there on the back bumper of Bradley Bishop Jr. These two are classic rivals in the Hardee's National Series, and right now they're showing what's best as the two veterans are side by side. Williams with an excellent roll off the corner and just set him up beautifully in the turn number 3, and Corey Williams now up to the 2nd position, and now he's gonna hunt down the youngster of Joseph Strigley here. Corey Williams looking for the double digits in terms of the wins column, and right now Corey Williams is in the best shot possible, trying to look for win number 10. He's been so close so many times, and right now that car has been really quick at the best time possible. He started pretty far back, but Joseph Strigley, though, he's gonna have to play on the defensive here, and Corey just diving it into the corner, a huge sense into turns number 1 and 2. Strigley just now starting to feel the pressure, the team trying to root him forwards, and Strigley still looking for that first win, but Corey Williams is right there on the back bumper of that number 22 car. Into turn number 1, they're going to go. Corey Williams, a big dive, and look at the center speed. He got off the corner. Ooh, he's going to try and make a move down the inside. Strigley, will he shut the door? He's going to try and do so here, as Corey's going to send it down to the inside, and oh, he got a good exit off of 4, and now they're going to be side by side for the lead. Williams, Strigley, Toyota versus Chevy, and Corey Williams sends it into the corner, pushes the 22 up the hill, and it's going to be Corey Williams up front, takes the lead late, and with only 14 laps to go, or 13 laps to go in the event, it's now Corey Williams' race to lose, but Joseph Strigley is not too far behind. Will he respond back, or does he have the car to try and respond back to this 5-hour energy machine? So far, Strigley trying to find something out of the hat in this striker machine. He took the lead late, but Corey Williams took it later. And right now, this 14 car just looking like a very quick car. They might have upped the grill tape on this 5-hour energy machine, and the gap kind of widening a little bit here. Not too much, though. So Corey Williams trying to run away here. Cole Baker on the move. He has been flying in this race and has had a very solid effort. Now trying to make a move to the inside of hand out. He's got the nose underneath. And here he goes. This is for a top 5 spot. Brandon Cresta not too far behind. And with those two sparring it out, this is going to allow the 8 car to take advantage in a turn number 1. And Cole Baker sends it in. Setting her off the corner. Is going to have the run off. And Cole Baker in a great spot too to get a top 5 run for the Hydra organization. And Cole Baker takes 5th away. Hannah Allen though gonna try and fight back side by side here for the 5th spot. And Cole Baker trying to he's just been very strong on the racetrack, but Joseph Strigley though catching Corey Williams, and here they come towards Tim Fiegel, and this is deja vu here. Williams needs to get around this 43 car quick, and he's getting held up. Here comes Strigley right on the back bumper of this 14 car, and Fiegel really holding the 14 car up, and now he shuffles to the inside, and Corey not too happy with Fiegel from Vegas and gets around him with ease here at Iowa. Held him up for a brief moment, and that could have been the break that Strigley needed, because now he's again on the back bumper, but not quite there just yet. He's got to figure something out if he wants to really make a lunge at this 5-hour energy machine. Halleck trying to hold off Diego Yepes. Sean Angels cracked the top 10. Shade Eves has been nowhere in this race, and he's now inside the top 15, making the most out of this Wyndham car, and now trying to get around Zachary DeLello, but DeLello's had a very, very excellent race, to say the least, in that one car. And Cole Baker now starting to catch the top 3 here, starting to catch RJ Bishop. Here he goes, down towards the inside. And Cole Baker, that car is just so good in the long run. Right now in the 84 car, now down to the bottom, now side by side, and Brandon Creston though gonna get held up here. Baker again gonna have the right of way in the corners, gonna shuffle the 71 up the racetrack, and just like that, Cole Baker's gonna get up to the 4th position, and Baker's car coming to life also at a great time, but I don't think he's got enough time to really catch this 14 car, but the gap widening between the Fisher and the Curtis Racing car from 0.4 to 0.57. This 14 car is long gone. Cole Baker, though, starting to close in, getting faster lap times, a little bit slower than BBJ this time around, but was faster than RJ Bishop. Sean Angel, though, right there. Kev Shear getting challenged by Bobo Jones in the 9. And Bobo Jones trying to get into the 13th spot in that JBL machine. Again, not a top 10 run, but even so, a great top 15 effort is a way to really keep your points lead intact and to really decrease the damage. There's Ryan Reed in 17th, Cody Goforth 18th, Zima 19th, and really Lane Sanders trying to get into the top 20. And you see here Baker coming down pit road. He's short on gas. He's not going to make it. And just like that, what was a splendid run of paradise to behold is not going to be the case here for Cole Baker. And with only 2 laps to go, it is Corey Williams up front, Joseph Strigley in 2nd, BBJ in 3rd, and the gap just continuing to progress forwards for this 14 car. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. The gap winding down a little bit here, but even so, he is so far back. But does Corey have enough fuel? Strigley has enough fuel, but in turns number 3 and 4, Williams has been so close so many times this season, and off the final corner, Corey Williams is going to win his 10th career Hardee's National Series win here at Iowa, and a splendid effort for this 14 team. The redemption is there, and for Corey Williams, big ups for the Curtis Racing camp. They have done it. They have exceeded the odds in terms of getting stolen away. He has stolen instead. The race went away from Joseph Strigley's number 22 team, and they're not going to be too happy. They were so close. Joseph Strigley winds up in 2nd, BBJ 3rd, Bishop in 4th, RJ that is. Then you got Brandon Cresta in your top 5. Great run for this 18. This is just what they need. Hannah Allen 6, one of the dominant cars today. Jack Halleck 7th, Angel in 8th, Yepes 9th, and Zachary DeLello. How about that for the youngster? The young kid got a top 10 here in car number 1. Great run for them. Where did Cole Baker finish? If you're wondering, he got pitted under that caution, and really not that caution, but he finishes 30th. So tough break for the Hydra team. Not really what they wanted to see, but for Corey Williams, victory is at hand, and they have finally done it. They have proclaimed themselves as winners once again here in the Hardee's National Series. We're going to take you to the rest of the race results, and thank you all for watching the round of Iowa. A lot of twists and turns and cautions breeding cautions and a lot of tempers as time has now just stopped into oblivion. Here's the Fiegels car, frozen in time. But again, we'll take you to the race results, and as always, thank you for watching.